Today's topic is about blindness. Okay, blindness. What is blindness? We'll see. Blindness is the inability to see or lack of vision. In most severe cases, there is inability to see even light. Sudden vision loss is an emergency. It's important to see immediate medical help. Blindness is a condition where a person experiences complete or significant loss of vision that cannot be fully corrected with glasses, contact lens, medication, or surgery. Blindness exists on a spectrum. Some people have complete loss of sight while others retain a limited vision that allows them to recognize light, shapes, or movements. Blindness results from structural or functional damage along the visual pathway, which includes light sensing, retina, signal carrying optic nerve, and image processing in the visual cortex of the brain. Blindness is total or partial loss of sight. Major causes include cataract, glaucoma, and macular degeneration. So according to WHO, blindness is defined as a presenting distance visual acuity worse than 3 by 60 or a visual field loss to less than 10 degree in the better eye with the best possible correction. So WHO, visual acuity sharpness of sight less than 3 by 60 or severe field loss in the better eye with the best possible glasses. Complete blindness is total lack of sight and light perception. Definition of legal blindness: central visual acuity of 20 by 200 or worse in your best seeing eye with glasses, or a restricted side field of view of 20 degree or less. Most legally blind individuals retain some usable or peripheral sight rather than total darkness. In eye anatomy, you can see the human eyeball is made up of three main concentric layers: the outer fibrous layers, sclera and cornea; middle vascular layer, uvea, that is choroid, ciliary body and iris; and the inner nervous layer, that is the retina. So retina, here you can see the anatomy related to blindness: light reception and transduction. Retina lines in the back inner ear damages or detachment stops light conversion. Then photoreceptors, the rods and cones convert light into electrical impulses. Loss of these cells causes permanent light detecting failure. Macula, central retinal zone for fine detail. Degeneration of macula leads to loss of central vision. Signal transmission, optic disc, optic nerve damage will lead to if the optic disc, the anatomy blind spot where nerve fibers exist, normal structure creates a natural gap in the sight. Optic nerve, that is a cranial nerve to transmit impulses from the retina. Damages from conditions like glaucoma, severe communication to the brain. Optic chiasm and tracts, crossover points for nerve fibers heading towards cerebral processing centers. Central processing visual cortex will be affected, located in the occipital lobe of the brain. Damage here causes blindness. Levels of blindness, you can see the main categories include mild impairment, low vision, and total blindness. Visual impairment levels range from mild loss to total blindness, classified by how clearly a person sees. Depends upon the visual acuity and width of the visual field. So WHO levels of blindness: mild, near normal, moderate low vision, severe low vision, profound impairment, near total impairment, and total blindness. Total blindness, complete lack of light and visual perception. Legal blindness, vision of 20 by 200 or worse in the better eyes with glasses, or a restricted field of view of 20 degree or less. Partial blindness or low vision, significant sight loss that still leaves some functional vision. Congenital versus acquired vision loss present at birth versus loss that develops later through ages or disease. Types of blindness: total blindness, partial blindness, night blindness, color blindness, cortical blindness, congenital blindness. You will see what is partial blindness. Central loss, you cannot see what is straight ahead, but side vision works. Peripheral loss, tunnel vision where side sight is gone, but center sight works. Overall blurring, everything looks fuzzy or dim. In partial blindness, people often call this low vision. Partial blindness or low vision means a person has limited sight that cannot be fully fixed with regular glasses, contact lens, or surgery. It includes tunnel vision, blurry sight, or dark spots, and results from conditions like cataract, glaucoma, diabetes, or brain injury. Partial blindness causes eye trauma, glaucoma, macular degeneration, cataract. Vision loss beyond the eyes, a deep dive into cortical blindness. We will see what is cortical blindness. It's a total or partial loss of vision caused by damage to the brain's occipital cortex rather than an issue with the eyes themselves. People with this condition have normal appearing eyes and standard pupillary light reflex, but their brain cannot process visual signals. Cortical blindness, loss of visual perception or complete or partial sight loss. normally people's reaction to light. So Anton syndrome. Anton syndrome is a rare condition where a person is entirely blind but denies it and believes they can see. Visual hallucinations or disturbed field of vision, intact eye movements, blinking and normal eye structure. Primary causes: cataracts, clouding of the eyelids, the leading global cause of vision impairment. Glaucoma, the pressure damage of the optic nerve, often stealing side vision. And then you can see the macular degeneration, breakdown of the central retina, impacting the fine detail vision. Diabetic retinopathy, you can see blood vessels damage in the retina caused by diabetes. Trauma and injury, physical or chemical harm to the surface or the internal structures of the eye. Common causes of blindness are cataract, glaucoma, diabetic retinopathy, age-related macular degeneration, retinitis pigmentosa, corneal disease, eye injuries, congenital eye disorders, vitamin A deficiency, infections affecting the eyes. Pathophysiology, etiological factors leads to damages of the optic nerve, impaired transmission of impulses to the brain, and it will lead to blindness. Uncontrolled diabetes and hypertension are primary risk factors for blindness. Glaucoma, it will raise the intraocular pressure, slowly destroys the optic nerve. Structural or functional disruption anywhere along the visual pathways, primarily driven by cataracts, glaucoma, or age-related macular degeneration, and diabetic retinopathy. These conditions prevent the light from passing, destroys the light sensing cells, or block the nerve signals to the brain. Then anterior segment and lens disruption by cataract, glaucoma, all this can lead to blindness. Cataract proteins in the eye lens clump together and break down, causing natural clear lens to yellow and harden. This stops light rays from focusing sharply on the retina. Glaucoma, fluid builds up inside in front of the eye, raising the intraocular pressure. This pressure presses on destroys the delicate fibers of the eye. So retinal and photoreceptor damage, diabetic retinopathy, age-related macular degeneration, retinal detachment, always lead to vision loss. Neural and central processing failures, optic atrophy, and cortical blindness like stroke, tumors, or physical trauma damages the visual cortex located in the occipital lobe of the brain, and it will prevent from processing the electrical signals sent from the healthy eye. Common causes already we have discussed: glaucoma, cataract, macular degeneration, diabetic retinopathy, and stroke or injury. In stroke or injuries, damage to the parts of the brain or eyes that handle the sight, that is the visual cortex of the occipital bone is affected. And cortical visual impairment is the leading cause of vision loss in children. We can see common issues are central vision, peripheral vision, noticing movements, guiding on movement, orienting objects, gaze control, visual attention, visual recognition, visual memory. So any damage to your brain's visual processing areas can cause cortical visual impairment. So the symptoms and signs of cortical visual impairment in children, there will be difficulty recognizing places or objects, having more trouble seeing an object on a pattern rather than a solid background, looking away from an object while reaching for it, not responding as you have expected, not understanding what they are looking at, reacting slowly to hand gestures, facial expressions, or other cues, looking at moving objects from their more than still ones, using side vision instead of looking straight at an object, needing to look at things close up to see them, staring at bright lights or being sensitive to light, trouble focusing or following things with their eyes. So the core tests for diagnosis or the diagnostic investigations are visual acuity test, visual field test, pupillary reflex test, tonometry, and ophthalmoscopy. Visual acuity test, we can see the Stenali's chart can be used for measuring the visual acuity. Visual field test measure sides or peripheral vision to detect the hidden blind spots or tunnel vision. Pupillary reflex test check how the pupil reacts and shrinks when bright light shines directly in the eye. Tonometry measures the intraocular pressures for glaucoma. Ophthalmoscopy you can see the internal structures, magnified lens are used, including you can see inspect the internal structures including retina and optic. Other things are ophthalmoscopy to find out any determining the health of the retina, optic disc, and vitreous tumor. Then advanced diagnosis scans, optical coherence tomography creates detailed cross-section pictures of the retina, to spot the layer damage. Electroretinogram measures the electrical response of light sensitivity cells in the retina. Neurological assessment evaluates the brain pathways if damage is suspected behind the visual cortex. So treatment medications, cataract surgery, corneal transplantation, retinal surgery, vitamin supplements. So common treatments by cause. If it's a cataract surgery can be done to replace the cloudy lens with clear artificial ones. Glaucoma controlled by eye drops, lasers or surgery to lower the eye pressure and stop the nerve damage more. Diabetic retinopathy, you can control the blood sugar, lasers or rapid or other injections. Corneal damage, you can do corneal transplantation to swap the scar tissue for healthy donor tissue. Refractive errors like nearsightedness, we can give corrective lens or contact lens. Corrective lens for nearsightedness or myopia is concave lens. So refractive errors can be treated by using standard eyeglasses or contact lens. Corneal transplantation or keratoplasty is a surgical procedure that replaces the damaged or disease clear window of the eye, that is the cornea, with healthy or donor tissue. It restores the sight when corneal clouding or scarring causes visual impairment or blindness that glasses or medicines cannot fix. Keratoplasty is known as corneal transplantation. It is a surgical procedure to replace a damaged or diseased cornea with a healthy donor cell. So this is the picture of the keratoplasty surgery. The diseased cornea is replaced by the donated corneal tissue. Corneal transplantation, damaged cornea is removed and donor cornea is replaced and different types are penetrating keratoplasty, endothelial keratoplasty, lamellar keratoplasty. In penetrating keratoplasty is a full thickness transplant replacing the central portion of the entire cornea. Endothelial keratoplasty, partial thickness technique replacing only the inner layer. And lamellar keratoplasty replaces only the front or middle layers while leaving healthy inner layers. So the cornea has 5 layers: epithelium, then Bowman's membrane, and then you can see stroma, Descemet's membrane, and endothelium. So in penetrating keratoplasty or full thickness, all the layers, 5 layers of the cornea are removed and replaced. A partial thickness, we are only removing specific layers of the cornea and replace. Endothelial keratoplasty, this is endothelium is damaged and needs to be replaced. Then two of the most used corneal transplantation are Descemet stripping endothelial keratoplasty, DSEK. It replaces the bottom 2 layers. Endothelium and the Descemet's membrane are removed along with part of the middle layer, the stroma. So Descemet stripping automated endothelial keratoplasty is a common variation of DSEK. So Descemet's membrane endothelial keratoplasty, only the bottom 2 layers or the middle layer is not removed. Sometimes only the bottom 2 layers. Anterior lamellar keratoplasty, you can see this graph involves the cornea's front anterior layers and the stroma in the middle. So epithelium and you can see stroma, and the most common type of anterior transplantation, deep anterior lamellar keratoplasty. Surgeon removes the top 3 layers from the cornea but leaves the 2 layers. So the innermost layer is the endothelium, it is not removed. 2 layers inside is not removed, but the outer 3 layers are. Support and rehabilitation for blindness, low vision tools, independent living. Nursing management is communication and environment. Announce yourself, spatial orientation for the patient, keep the pathway clear for the patient. Safety and mobility for the patient, psychological support. Nursing diagnosis, first one is for injury. Patient will remain free from physical injury and falls during the stay. Keep orientation, place personal items within easy reach, provide adequate glare-free lighting, assist with ambulation. Second nursing diagnosis, disturbed sensory perception, visual perception. Patient will verbalize an understanding of ways to adapt to vision loss. Announce your presence and identify yourself while entering the room. Speak in a normal tone. Describe the placement of food on a meal tray using a clock face orientation. Explain all procedures and environmental changes before acting. The nursing diagnosis, next one is self-care deficit. Patient will perform activities of daily living to their maximum capability. Intervention, assess the patient's baseline ability to perform self-care tasks. Encourage independence by allowing extra time for tasks. Arrange grooming and eating utensils consistently in the same place. Provide adaptive devices or larger print or tactile labels for personal life. Next one is situational loss, less self-esteem or grieving. The patient will express feelings openly and begin to cope with vision loss. Interventions encourage the patient to verbalize the grief or anger or fear regarding altered vision. Provide a supportive, empathetic and non-judgmental environment. Connect the patient and family with the rehabilitation services. Next testing diagnosis is impaired ability to perform or complete activities of daily living related to the vision loss in the left eye or right eye, evidenced by alterations in visual acuity. Goal, patient understands the criteria of safe living and working conditions such as furniture placement and lighting. Interventions, patient should be informed on daily activities. Include the patient's plan for the patient's preparedness for inconvenience and challenges for her condition and prevent unforeseen situations. Promote patient independence by identifying potential constraints and barriers. So thank you. We have discussed now about blindness. There are other blindness also, color blindness and night blindness. So color blindness, you cannot see different colors, we cannot distinguish. Then in night blindness or nyctalopia, we cannot see in the night because of vitamin A deficiency. So today we have discussed about blindness, the etiology, types and the levels of vision, and we have seen the color physiology, management, diagnosis, nursing diagnosis, nursing care plan. Thank you. Thank you.